People often claim that the Quran was compiled decades after the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But the statement misses something very important. The Quran was never preserved later in history. It was preserved from the very first moment of revelation. And the system behind its preservation was extremely structured. When the Jibreel alayhi salam brought the first revelation, Ikra bi-ismi rabbikal ladzi khalaq, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam immediately memorized it and then conveyed to his companions. But something very critical began from the moment of the first revelation. Revelation did not enter a disorder. It entered a preservation system instantly. And that system worked in two ways at the same time: memorization, oral preservation. Why it was strong? One common misunderstanding is that oral transmission is unreliable. In 7th century Arabia, memory was not a casual thing. It was precise and disciplined at the same time. Poetry, genealogy, and history were preserved with strict accuracy. So when the Quran was revealed, it entered a society built for exact memorization. Transmission was collective, not individual. So oral preservation here was not weak, it was highly structured. The third was the written preservation, the time recording. At the same time, the Quran was written down as it was revealed. The Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam appointed scribes, including Zaid bin Tabi radhiyallahu ta'ala an, Ali ibn Talib radhiyallahu ta'ala an, Muawiyah ibn Abu Sufyan radhiyallahu ta'ala an. They recorded every revelation as it came down, not later. They used available materials like palm leaves, stone tables, parchments, animal hides. So from the day one, Quran existed in memory plus written form simultaneously. After the Battle of Yamama, many Quran memorizers were martyred. To protect preservation, Abu Bakr radhiyallahu ta'ala anhu ordered Zaid ibn Thabit radhiyallahu ta'ala an to collect all written fragments, verify them with memorization, compile them into one official manuscript. This became the first complete mushaf. Important point here is this was not the creation of Quran. It was organization of already preserved material in a one book termed as mushaf. Later Islam expanded into two different regions and dialect variation appeared in recitations. To unify the Ummah, Hazrat Usman ibn Affan radhiyallahu ta'ala an standardized the Quran on the Quraysh dialect, used official copies and sent them across the regions. Unified recitation globally, this ensured consistency and prevented confusion. Some people assume if there were stages, then the text must have been changed, but that does not follow logically. But what actually happened was, revelation was immediately memorized and written. Compilation was organizational and standardization was unified. At no point Quran was reconstructed or rewritten. It was preserved through layered protecting system working together. What makes this preservation unique is simple. Real-time written documentation, early centralized compilation, and global unified transmission, all within a living community that continuously preserved it from generation to generation. So the claim that the Quran was later compiled in the history is a false claim, because the preservation of Quran did not begin later. It began with the first revelation and continued without any interruption until today. This is not reconstructed history. It is a continuous living chain of preservation.